Baby, I'll do anything for you.
Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. This is Trish, your do-it-yourselfer, and today I'm going to show you guys how I designed and made by myself this liquor cabinet behind me. So basically I had a concept that I felt I wanted to put together, and it's pretty simple, and I felt like I could do it. I could have done it myself, so I thought, same as with the headboard, I thought, why not save the money and go ahead and do it myself, seeing as basically I could have done it myself. So I thought, okay, I'm gonna go ahead and do it myself. It was a bit of a challenge, however, being a do-it-yourselfer, you feel like you can do next to anything, literally next to anything, from small tasks to big tasks. So I took on this liquor cabinet as a project that it took me 3 days to complete this liquor cabinet. Different from the time in which it took me to paint it, because what I did when it came on to painting, because my skin is really sensitive to this paint, you know, it's an oil-based paint. It has to be an oil-based paint because it's wood. When dealing with wood, you have to use an oil-based paint, and especially if the wood is not womanized, that's treated for insects and all that kind of stuff. So basically I used two coats of undercoat, which to prime it at first, and I used my gloves. I put on my gloves. I had to put on my gloves because, as I said, I'm allergic to it. And finally I used the gloss paint to complete it, and all this had to have been done outside because, you know, it has a high odor. The paint, oil-based paint, does have a high odor. So I just took it outside and did what I had to do, had it done. So I have 3 tiers, 3 sections on this liquor shelf. At the top I did basically some wine, and I have a lot of wine up here, aside from the Campari, and it's just something simple that I thought that I just put together. And in the middle is my favorite because it's kind of like a concept that I just put together. On the base, it's this vanity mirror. I put this vanity mirror on the base of it that I got you can get this from any local store, and it has pink borders, which complements this pink gift bag that I also completed with this bow, this powdered pink bow, and it has also hot pink polka dots. So, and this powdered pink wine, so everything just kind of complements each other there in the center of it, and I just think it's so cute. So I don't know, I just had it there. So basically, and on the bottom, it's just this ice bucket. This is more ice pot, really, that I just had there, and I put some liquor in it and cognac and that kind of stuff. So you guys, this is the liquor cabinet that I made. I'm going to show you guys in another video how rugged I was when I was making this liquor cabinet. And over this side here, because in the end it was just this. In the end it was just this middle section here. And then eventually I thought I had some leftover wood, and then eventually I thought that, okay, the leftover wood was actually shaped just like this, just like these sections here, and I fitted them in. I thought that, oh my gosh, this looks so cute. So I thought that I would just go in and neaten the wood and put it together and see what happens. And I also had some additional stuff that I wanted to add to it as well. So as in terms of the liquor and pantry, so I thought that I would have just added these additional shelves to the cabinet, which I did by I secured this onto the wall by using brackets that I got from the local hardware. Got these brackets from the local hardware, and I screwed them on and secured them into the wall. I borrowed these drills doing this project, so I drilled them onto the wall, and also I secured them using a screwdriver, a Phillips screwdriver. I used to secure it onto the cabinet itself, and this screw, it didn't have to be pretty long. The screw was like about 2 inches, or you can use 1.5 inches because it's already secured on. There's a bit of a twist because I could not find the video of me making the liquor shelf. I could not find it, so I only have the video of me making the bathroom shelf. So the liquor cabinet was behind it, so please take a look at this. Here it is. This is actually a 3-year-old video. This was from 3 years ago. Alright, then we'll brace it up like so. That's it. Give it a little leverage. Okay. And then I am going to make something for here. Open. So much should I make you up before I put it in? But I'm gonna prevail. It's gonna work out. Alright, I'll mark it and use it for some area. Got it. So now I'll go turn this on the more favorable side. You know what? I have to get off a little bit more for the sake of neatness. Because it's going to be like a shelf with a look at something in there. You know, I see them on the internet. So that's how I'm going to make it. Like on the seat. And just clear that off with the poster. Oh my gosh, you guys, that was from 3 years ago and I could feel the power start still shaking everything out of me. Yeah, watch my mommy. Yeah, use the sandpaper and also sand me out to get that you can make it flush. Make it flush properly when you're going near it with it. See? Yeah, sand like that too. Use the ants. And this. Yes, that is my. Alright. Now we're gonna see? That's perfect. A better leverage guy in our work out like how man. So you end up stirring the wall shelf upside down and get a better leverage. Like so. Me figure learn, yeah. So there we have it. A shelf. A bathroom shelf. So I took out a lot of parts because it was just me nailing and learning new things and trying new things and experimenting as I went along. And I didn't get any help as yet to handle them, so I had the kitchen liquor shelf on the blocks. So this is the bathroom shelf that I was doing in the video. It has 2 tiers, some additional storage for towels, and I did also a little vanity section and additional storage for toiletries, and that little well, the medicine cabinet, of course, is different, but I still had that little space where I could put those things in as well, and some additional items. I got some help doing this one. I used 2-inch screws to secure it on the wall, so I got some help to handle it and in securing it on the wall as well. I went to the glass shop and got this glass to fit into it where the towels are. See, it's right there. So I measured it and had the guy cut it to fit so that it could slide to and fro, but guys, it cannot slide because there's something that I just didn't do right when I was cutting it in, and I guess I didn't use the correct method because I used like a little chisel and a hammer to just kind of slide it across, to knock it across where the slide was to be. So the slide is supposed to be at the bottom where it can slide, and it is not sliding, so it just stays there pretty much, you know, but I got like 90% of it right. So, you know, at the end of the day, you just want to accomplish your mission and do almost all that you set out to do, which I did. So that's quite fine, and I'm okay with the results. I'm very pleased with the results, and I got done what I wanted to do anyways. So I got two inches of lumber, 2 inches of 5 feet lumber to secure it on the wall. You only need 2 feet for either the top and the bottom there, and you just drill it in the wall. But of course, you're going to make the holes with the drills first before securing it on the wall, and there comes a little technicality because you have to measure it, and then you have to fit it, the shelf itself, back to the holes that you done on the wall. So there's just minor technicalities there because you just have to measure like how far what falls from what. So yeah, and there are also additional details in regards to this. So yes, I took this project on by myself, and it's nothing that you guys cannot accomplish just the same. In the end, you're gonna need a little help in handling it because of course this is pretty heavy, you know. When it's completed, it's gonna be a bit weighty, so it's required that you get, especially if you're a woman, you're gonna need some manpower or something, you know. So in getting it on the wall, and also I used some pretty long screws. I used about 4-inch screws to get them into the wall, and these support beams, because you have to have support beams. I use these support beams underneath. They're 2 inches. They're 2-inch lots. I use as the support beams, and I poke the holes in the wall with the drill those in the wall, and use the screws in securing them in the wall. So in total, I used 2 support beams for this, one in the middle and one under the bottom. I didn't use any at the top because I didn't feel like I was gonna put like a lot of load on it. If you feel like you're gonna put a lot of load on it, a 3rd support beam is definitely required. You know, it's definitely required. And in the middle here, this is actually a piece of porcelain tile that I had left over from the kitchen counter, which they did. The tilers did the kitchen counter. So I had this piece of tile left over. So I wanted to kind of just blend everything together, and that's how I came about in blending everything together. You know, if I just can't put the leftover tile right in the middle, and somehow it just kind of blended in with the counter. It looks so cute, you know. So it complements this pink thing that we have here, this pink concept, and then the borders and everything. And then yeah, so, and how I got this on the wall, I used the tin set, the wall tin set that they did, because they used wall tin set to do the bathroom tile, and I used a little of it that they had left over to secure that piece of porcelain tile on the wall. And around it, I had to use a silicone. I had to use a silicone around the edges, you know. So I have my silicone gun. I have my silicone gun that I use around the edges, and I just use it for just secure that around the edges and just kind of neaten it, and it looks so cute when everything is put together. So you guys, from rugged to beautiful, whatever it is, from big to small, you guys can do it. I'm telling you that you guys can do it. I'm literally only 5 foot tall, okay, and I've done so many big do-it-yourself projects, so I'm certain that you guys can do it. And it's definitely not a matter if you have the money or not to do it. You can actually just challenge yourself. You can challenge yourself, take it upon yourself to make a project, to get something done. It will be so satisfying at the end of the day when you look at it and you think, oh my gosh, I've completed that. It looks so fabulous. It will be so rewarding, I'm telling you. So it's not a matter of, oh, I just have the money, so I have the money so I can get it done, and that kind of thing, or why are you a do-it-yourselfer when you have the money and can get it done. It's not a matter of that. It is a matter of you challenging yourself, taking on tasks, and because it's amazing when you look back. Because when I look back and see the amount of stuff that I've done by myself with very, very, very minimal help and assistance, I feel accomplished, and that feeling of accomplishment, believe me, it's worth it. It's 100% and 99 worth it. So you guys just take a look at this video, and thank you guys so much for watching my channel. Don't forget to subscribe. So you guys, the key idea in doing it yourself is using materials that you have left over and using materials that are already available. You don't necessarily need to go out and get new stuff. At some point you're gonna need to go out and get new stuff or buy things that are gonna just complete the job and that kind of thing. But most of the stuff in doing it yourself you're gonna already have, depending on exactly what you're gonna do. You know, because some things that you just want to do, you see them on the internet and maybe you just want to do that, you're not necessarily going to have those materials just lying around, you know. But mostly in doing it yourself, I just have things just lying around and I just put stuff together, you know. So thank you guys so much for watching my channel. Thank you for watching the videos, and please do not forget to subscribe and leave a comment. Anything that you see you want me to improve on, or you want to suggest something for me to do it, for me to make something of that sort, you know, you can challenge me to make it. So please don't forget to like, subscribe, and leave a comment in the comment section. Thank you guys so much for watching. So that's how it all came together after all that drilling, all that sawing, all that cutting, and all that marking. And I didn't do much maths because I'm not so savvy at maths, as I said before. I just measured stuff, put stuff together. You know, it wasn't measured perfect. I still had some edges that needed a bit of, because this came out too much, so. And this was flush on that side, so it's not perfect, but it's there, you know, it's there. So that's what you want. You won't always yield perfect results, especially if you're not a professional, but it does count.